Explain what I do. We have to do it. With our growing population, quite frankly, our violent crime has increased in Montgomery County. It has increased in Tennessee. As more people come, there's more opportunity for that. We have to fight this. We have to fight it. We need someone who's in the district attorney's office that is going to remove violent criminals from our community. It's the only way we can ensure people's freedom, their quality of life, and that's what I've done for 15 years. I've prosecuted crime.
How did we get here today? Why are we here today?
I reached out to you because you said some things to me. We've never talked on an extended time frame. And there's some other things, like I told you earlier, I sent a mailer out that showed mugshots of certain people that committed first-degree murder that I convicted. And somebody posted that I targeted what he said was people of color. And I took some exception to that, so I reached out to you so we could have this conversation. That's all I want is a conversation. Let you know my story, my position, what I've done for this community for 15 years, and for you to have the opportunity to ask me questions, and have people here that want to ask me questions.
Yes, sir. What Mr. Nash is saying is he does his posts like everybody else do. But you know me, I get on Clarksville Booking like I'm on Facebook. I want to see who I'm around. I want to see who's getting arrested. Because a lot of folks that we help, we become enablers to them because they're always doing the same thing. So we keep giving you money, keep helping you, and you keep doing that same thing repetitively. We're really not helping you. We're becoming enablers. So I go to the booking log to see who's on there, to see who's coming around and asking us for jobs, asking us to do things. I want to see what you got going on. That's why I'm on there. I'm on there being busy. But Mr. Nash, somebody had posted that they thought that he just convict black people. So he wanted to come on here and set his story straight. And I know how he feels, because I had somebody, I got a post that was posted in 2019? That's when it was, or 2020. You know, we're doing food boxes to help our community with the police department. And somebody said I had been a kingpin for 2 decades, and I guess that's how I fall up on the radar with the police department, because I'm the biggest drug dealer and I've been up on the radar. Yo, I never smoked weed. I've never drank. I never smoked a cigarette. That's just me. That's what I do. But when somebody put that out there, I chuckled at it. But it really wasn't cool if that's somebody's perception of me, because I have nice things and I save money. And I'm not sitting in the Jordan line waiting to go buy a pair of $300 Jordans. And I'd rather be standing in the bank line to give me a loan to have nice stuff, to get approved with $800 credit. That's just me. But my perception of life is different than somebody else's, because y'all want to stand in that club line. You know, I want to own a club. You know, y'all want to, stand in the line at the mall to get something you can't afford, but I'm going to call and order it in advance to have it delivered to my house. We're different. I don't have to be like you. I'm me. And the reason I'm here, and let me tell you something. I'm not a politician, by no means at all. I just love good people. And when good people come to me and they reach out to me and tell me, hey, I need you to help put my story out here, folks know who I am. I'm not a politician. I don't care about what your Democratic, Republican, whether you don't have none at all. I just want to make sure we're putting good people that's out here beating these streets up with us and understanding who Chelsea Camp is, who Jermaine Hall is, who Paul Horton is, who Latanya Jackson is, and who Dwight Jefferson is. I want somebody who recognizes what we're doing in this community when they reach out to me, and I want y'all to know who y'all putting in these seats, because they got to do what y'all need them to do, because they work for us. At the end of the day, he got a big title, he makes 6 figures, but at the end of the day, they work for you. And if he's not doing the work that y'all want him to do, we're not going to put him in there. So now we're going to open up the floor. Who want to go first? Chelsea? Oh, go ahead. You got to speak up when we're here with this music.
So I do understand that it's not nothing but your job, that you're not picking out at people when they say you target the black community, but more you're responding to the crimes of the community. But my thing is do you feel that brokenness of people is the reason why most of the cases that you get come to you?
No, speak up a little bit to that music, the loudness.
The brokenness of people. Well, I mean, to me, it would be obvious that something is bothering individuals to commit violent crime. And when I say violent crime, I'm talking about murder,
Right.
kidnapping, armed robbery or aggravated robbery, things like that. Things that harm other people.
Right.
Okay?
So are those the only cases you prosecute?
It's been probably for the last decade or so, I've focused on violent crime. Now, I have done and prosecuted drug conspiracy, drug sales, and so forth.
Okay, so I asked that to get to what our mission has been in the last couple of years has been trying to focus on the youth and trying to prevent the recidivism of the system. And I know for most that's job security for those
Who sell drugs and are convicted actually do any time based on the conviction. They might do pre-trial jail time where they couldn't make bond, and then they're put on probation, and then if they violate probation by committing other crimes. But just straight out drug sales anymore, it's real hard unless the amount of drugs is a large amount that we're found. And some of that is just mandatory sentencing. You're found with so much drugs, and you are convicted of it.
You're familiar with Veterans Court, right?
Yes.
All right. Why couldn't we implement the Veterans Court as something amazing if you take hold of it and do what you need to do as a veteran? If you've been to war, you come back messed up, or they try to help you by giving you counseling, drug treatment, access to psychiatrists, giving you access to stuff as veterans. Why couldn't we implement a system like that on the civilian side, giving them that same access without, a lot of people don't have money. They don't have money to go talk with social workers, counselors, drug advocates. They don't have the money to do that. But in Veterans Court, we get funding for it. Why couldn't we do that on the other side of it for everybody could have a hand up? If I'm on drugs, I keep going to court for stealing and doing the same stuff repeatedly. Why can't I have that same treatment as a veteran, as myself, to really give me help to go through a program where I get 12 months of having to do what I need to do, get urinalysis test every day or whatever my ailment is.
Well, we do have a recovery court.
But you pay for it.
Well,
A lot of folks can't afford it. So if they can't afford it, they're failing. If I can't afford it for you, you give me 1029 and tell me I got to go find me my own facility to go to rehab, and they telling me I owe them $3,000, and I know I don't have $3,000, I'm going to go back to what's familiar to me. Doing the same stuff I was doing and keep on going back to court every month, getting put back in jail because I can't afford to get out of that slippery slope.
we send people to rehab literally every day through a furlough if they're in jail or as some condition of probation. We do it all the time, and I don't think they pay for that.
But if you have a job, I get that, but why is it that we can't get grants and loans? We're getting grants and loans, and we're building, I'm not knocking nobody's hustle. We building all these $1 million this and that for the community, but why can't we do something really for the community? We really want to clean up this stuff instead of putting this money in a lot of the stuff we're doing, these millions of dollars and stuff that really has no purpose in our neighborhoods. Why can't we put that money back into paying for real help?
We just have to find the money. I mean, if you're talking about grants, you're talking about either state or federal funds for that. Now, a lot of our rehab facilities are funded by those type of grants. But those facilities, addiction, you're not going to get it by going to a meeting and then going back to the neighborhood that caused it. It's just not going to happen.
So that's
why we send people at least 6 months, if not a year, to rehab. Anything under that,
It's not going to do any good.
It's not going to do any good.
Waste resources.
So you gotta uproot. I mean, we're really talking about addiction. You gotta uproot your life, go somewhere away from everybody you know. Now this is just what I've been told. And go there and go through treatment and all. You can't come back home to the same people until you've had time.
Now, go ahead.
In a community that has recovery lifestyle built into it, you can. But the nature of our community in our court system is to take people out and send them away, but also not correct the things around. So, for example, when people are coming in, not giving them a chance at rehabilitation first. And so by the time they go to recovery court, to rehab, there are already several convictions in, or so many chances, and a lot of time that's a money thing, because if I don't have the insurance to pay for it, maybe my family does, but if I don't have either one of those, a lot of those services are offered on the back end of a prison sentence. So hey, you can do this much jail and then this much rehab, or you can go to rehab and you're still going to go to jail, and then taking them out doesn't change the situation. So you pick one out. What about he's still in there?
I agree. You're gonna have it. You're asking me if the system can go into, if I can go into, or ask my personnel to go into communities. I'm gonna need the community support for that.
All right,
I'm gonna need you.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to walk shoulder to shoulder with me. And when I tell these people, this is who I am, and this is where you're going.
All right, I got you. Hold on, that she figured
Can I
out.
do one more?
Go ahead. Hold on.
Okay, so I was on the youth part of it. Mind you, we fix what the youth are in, families, create a whole system of support for the broken families, for even if the family's not broken and that youth ended up broken, we start repairing there. Her job won't be so hard when some are slip through. Your job won't be so hard when some slip through. So I bring that to say the JET program. The police department, juvenile intervention team, those are children and kids who have never gotten in trouble, but they voluntarily, right now it's on a volunteer status and not a referment status, where these are kids who truly, genuinely want to be better citizens when they get older. So they're going in and they're learning about the laws, because it's hard to know when you're breaking one if you don't know one. So they're learning about the laws. They're learning how to be, better influencers when it comes to their circle of other kids, and which I think is an awesome program. Counselors that are volunteering, regular everyday parents that have no expertise anywhere else in life other than just being good people. Would you consider being a part of that, and not a part of it like, hey, do this, do that, but more of just a genuine male influence? They need it all. They need males, they need men, women, just upstanding citizens who are saying, hey, we see you. And eventually we're getting sponsors from the community that will sponsor a student that's in there and be like, hey, I saw you got good grades. Here's a reward for that. Or, hey, here's $200 because you finished the program, and which is like 6 to 9 months of the whole thing of them just becoming better people. And if we can create better kids, we can create better adults, and then your job won't be so hard, and you won't have to sift through, hey, should I prosecute this, when oh, who killed somebody, I'm prosecuting this one. But that's usually where it goes back to, is we have so many successful people here doing their jobs, but not enough of them doing the free stuff, where we're saying, hey, I'm giving back by giving my time. I'm influencing kids because I know I'm a good influence. I'm giving back, a weekend of my time, or not just the quota, but just something that shows your heart. Shows that you're humility.
If you're asking me if I support such outreach program, I will. You just have to let me know. Have to tell me. I'm just going to tell you what I do every day and on the weekends.
Right.
And so do the people in my office. We have these things that have already been committed.
Right.
And then we have to prosecute. It's just not an 8 to 5 job. We have to know that we're wanted out there. Okay?
Oh, we want you
because
out
we're the
there.
prosecutors.
We need you out there too.
And there's a big stigma about what I do. That's what made me reach out. I'm sorry?
Just said something real important. You the protector of the community. You the prosecutor.
I know that.
You just said that you make sure that main violent crime get off the streets. But what about the crimes that's not violent? What about those brothers and sisters that go in that God dog man get caught with, like you said, small amount of drugs or smoking drugs or doing just something real minor. I'm from the neighborhood. I got people that's in prison right now, 7, 15, 20. I got people that just got out of prison from 7, 15 to 20 years. All because they got caught with selling some petty drugs in the projects next to a school. And I think the question then for you is, what is the DA's office doing? Why aren't y'all coming to the community? Hey man, you may not like us, but this is the reality of it all. That if you come see us and the evidence is mounted against you, I have to do my job. But how can I help you right now? So it don't get to that point. So that I don't be sitting across the table from you and you despising me later because I had to do my job. You got a job to do, but you also serve the community.
That's correct. And you serve
See,
the
and
relationship.
so it shouldn't take for somebody to come. Hey man, we got a program going over here. Y'all want to come? No, volunteer, man. We gonna be there. They got listen to me, man, because this is man. Hey man, I've been to prison 4 times. 4 of them. Never killed nobody. I never raped nobody. No violence at all. 4 times. Smoking dope. I'm an ex-crackhead. I'm born and raised here. I'm from Lincoln Homes. That's where I'm from. I visit there every day, right to this day. And when I go over there, the influence that I got now, because of who I am now, is like what you should have. Man, here come Paul. Let's straighten up. Man, here come Paul. Let's listen. Man, here come Paul. I know he got something to say that can right this ship that we own, that all of us going down in the water with. To me, yeah, I know you're supposed to convict and prosecute, but you also the protector. You the main protector. You're above the police, the chief, the judge, everybody. You got the power to really change community. And I ain't talking about just like Lincoln Homes, Summer Heights, New Providence, Birchwood, St. Bethlehem, all of Clarksville, brother. I mean, I'm just sitting here listening because God gave me 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. But you struck a nerve with me when you said, I'm just J-U-S-T, the prosecutor. No. You and your office are the protectors. So, you know, I mean, not to be emotional, I'm an emotional speaker, brother. I'm sorry, hopefully I ain't come off wrong, but you the protector, man. You and whoever else get in that office got to come up with some different ways to service us. Service the community for the good. Not what she just said, the back end of it is the prison. That's the back end of it, the rehab. Okay, if I violate this rehab a couple of times, now y'all finna lock me up. Well, fortunately, my rehab was prison. No judge never told me, hey, we're going to send you to rehab all the times that I went to prison. I'm coming down there, I'm talking about knowing I'm a crack, knowing I'm on dope. What's his name? His wife, Grimes. None of these people, man. Judge Shelton, when he was there, good judge, good man. Never ever said, hey, Paul Horton, man, we think you need to go to rehab. My rehab was prison. What changed my life was Islam and prison. I got tired of it. I didn't want it no more. They never go to rehab. I got friends that went to many rehabs, come right back, man, go right to the neighborhood. I did it myself. Come straight out of jail, go right back to the neighborhood, go back getting high again. Why? Because I thought there wasn't no more outs. This is the only way. So, you know, I understand the violent part of it, man. We don't need no people on the streets, man, killing people, robbing people, hurting people. No doubt about it. But we got to come up with an alternative for those that's not doing none of that. Those that's getting 15, 20, 25 years, man, just for trying to support their family. With the only way that they know how, the only education that they know how is to go pick up some dope. Go pick up something to resell.
Pause that for me, Paul.
So, you know.
This is what I always say, and I tell people. It don't matter what you do in life. If Chelsea was out there prostituting and they won't give her a job at Walmart because of her background, if you don't give Chelsea a job, Chelsea's going to go back and do what's familiar to her. She's going to go back to what's making money to support her family. Paul sold drugs, did drugs, whatever he do. If Paul can't get a job at Walmart, he ain't got to be on the register because he robbed. But if you let me sweep the floors,
Man, you know how many times I've been turned away because of being a convicted felon? I ain't been in trouble since 2007. No, 2003. I came home in 2007. I ain't saw a jail. All praise be to Allah. I ain't saw a jail. I learned the lesson that they say you should learn in there. No, I educated myself.
Hey, Paul.
I learned what to be when I come here. When I come home, this is what I gotta be. I can't do nothing else because the else gets me here. It sends me back. I didn't have no resources. And what we asking you, man, about your office, the judges, the DA office, all the people that y'all think that we looking at you like you the bad guy. No, we just need your help. We need you to be involved, be a part of it. That way when a person come in there, man, and they done committed a crime, they can look over there and say, man, damn, Mr. Nash, man.
They know.
You see what I'm saying? They know, man. They know, man. I'm dead wrong because this man is in my neighborhood telling me. And not only that, giving me the resources that I need to succeed out here. And that's, sorry, man.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Can I get you guys to move into our private dining area?
Yeah,